Mr. Speaker, I want to turn my attention to an issue that too many in Washington didn't pay attention to, as over 600,000 people died, and now some are not paying attention to on the theory that the problem is over. I speak of northern Ethiopia, Tigray. While the cessation of hostilities agreement was signed in November, the Tigrayan people continue to face ethnic violence and discrimination. Earlier this month, the AP reported that Amhara forces have renewed their campaign of ethnic cleansing against Tigrayan civilians and have uprooted roughly 47,000 Tigrayans from areas in southern Tigray just since March. Amhara forces are carrying out this campaign of ethnic cleansing through forced evictions, harassments, and murder. And throughout all history, ethnic cleansing and genocide have gone together. This is not a standalone event, but rather follows a horrific campaign of ethnic cleansing by Tigrayan civilians by Amhara regional forces that began in the year 2020. Last year, Secretary Blinken publicly recognized that members of the Amharan forces have committed crimes against humanity of the deportation and forcible transfer, committed ethnic cleansing in western Tigray, in addition to war crimes and crimes against humanity, including murder, rape, and other forms of sexual violence. This is on top of the involvement of Eritrean forces in Tigray. Eritrea is a separate country. It has no business having its troops anywhere in Ethiopia. The determination made by our State Department on what is happening in Tigray follows extensive reporting by Human Rights Watch and Amnesty International just in April of 2022, which documented the systematic expulsion of several hundred thousand Tigrayan civilians from their homes using threats, unlawful killings, sexual violence, mass arbitrary detention, pillage, forcible transfer, and the denial of humanitarian assistance. We have many things going on in the world. I know that most of our foreign policy, or a very large chunk of it, is focused on events in Eastern Europe and Ukraine. But Washington cannot turn away from this issue, nor can we assume that the cessation of hostilities agreement solves the problem. The people of Tigray deserve our attention and engagement of the United States and the entire international community, and our leaders in Washington need to focus on what has been the most deadly event of the last several years. With that, Mr. Speaker, I yield.